Sliding into your screen is not just any coffee bag. It's a Roastar coffee bag. No need thousands. Personalized just 25 in Roastar's Design Lab. No design experience needed. Choose a pattern, add your logo and text, or create something memorable with AI. Being made in the Midwest, you can expect it on your doorstep in no time. Now that was smooth.
Hey everyone, good morning, and welcome to the Coffee People Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Woldt. I recently spent a long weekend in Houston, Texas at the Specialty Coffee Association Expo. I had lots of coffee there. It's an annual convention that draws guests from all over the world, and our presenting sponsors at Roastar invited me to join them in their convention floor booth. My collaborator on Nick and Ryan Drink Coffee, Nick Schmidt, curated some excellent interviewees to help us launch Season 14. Yes, you heard that right. Season 14. I honestly don't believe it either. If you're watching this show on Apple, Spotify, or one of the other big podcasting sites, thank you. And know that you can see all of our SCA interviews on our YouTube channel at Roast West Coast Podcasts. That link is in the bio, and we dropped all of those shows at once. If you're watching there on YouTube already, thank you so much. We are trying to grow that channel. The link to our newsletter, roastwestcoast.com, and to roastar.com, and to the websites of our special show guests at SCA can be found in the notes wherever you're watching or listening to this episode. It's probably right there below. Thanks for clicking through those. It actually helps us know if people are listening and paying attention. And now, I hope that you, like me, have a dang good cup of coffee at the ready, because it's time for another Coffee People Podcast. And my wife and I, we do mascots.
Oh my God.
In the car, because we travel road trips a lot.
Yes.
And so right now we have this stuffed Western tanager bird that I got at Joshua Tree National Park that makes a little noise, and his name is Scarjo, but it's a boy.
Good.
But this frog will travel with me wherever I go.
I'm gonna cry.
But we need a name.
I was just gonna say, what's the name?
He looks like a Clyde.
It could not be more perfect.
I feel like
Clyde.
He's a Clyde.
For surezies.
We should get started.
Sure thing, let's do it.
Welcome to the Coffee People Podcast.
Thank you so much.
I'm Ryan.
Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. Would you tell everyone what the name of your company is?
Absolutely.
And where they can find you?
Sure thing. So I'm Elizabeth from Paper Frog Coffee. We are from Connecticut. This is actually our hard launch day, so woo!
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
We had a soft launch a few weeks ago, basically to practice for the SCA because we wanted to come here kicking and screaming. But yeah, we were just super excited to get going, and we figured what better launching point than having an entire community around us that cares so much about what we do. So why not show everyone on the first day, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
I soft launched in my closet at home with this show. Actually, that's not true. I was on the bed with a blanket over my head for sound the first time I did the show.
Gotta dampen.
It was very warm. I was checking out your website, which is what again?
Paperfrog.coffee.
Paperfrog.coffee. I saw this term I really liked, flavor detective.
Yes.
What is a flavor detective?
So, I'm sure a lot of people listening to this podcast are nerds, as we are.
Cool people.
Nerds are cool people.
It's a new generation.
Fair enough. But my partner and I, really, what we wanted to bring to the table was coffees that made us like, whoa. Like every time we open our bag of coffee, we want to be, again, like it's the first time. We are just so in love with it. And what we kind of determined ourselves to be are flavor detectives, in that we sit there with it and we have to love every moment. We dissect it to the very core. Like we will try it 10 different times. Oh my gosh, there was one day where we had 60 coffees lined up and we tried every single one of them, light, medium, and dark. when I tell you we were on the floor by the end of the day, like we were done. So it's really important for us to love our product, and to do that, we have to love every single layer, flavor, roast profile, everything about it. And that kind of makes us a detective, you know?
Super cool.
Yeah.
I was actually, when I read the term flavor detective, my first thought was like, oh, like the kids on the Magic School Bus.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Like they're
Here's
like
Miss Frizzle.
science detectives. Yeah,
literally.
I love it.
Oh yeah, and that's the other part. Like we fell in love with coffee roasting and brewing because it is such a science. And as someone who like loves stuff that's super tactile, I loved how I could change one variable and completely change the outcome like no one's business.
Very cool. You're new, obviously.
Yes.
Very new, like 10 minutes old.
Yes. An hour and two.
You talk about sustainability on your website.
Yeah.
How does being small impact your ability to feel sustainable in the work that you're doing? What are you doing to make that something that's important to you?
It's definitely more of a challenge when you are small because you don't have the big resources of buying in bulk necessarily, when you can't project your numbers far out. However, that being said, again, my co-owner and I are also vegan, so from the get-go, that was something that we knew had to be top priority for us, because we care about how this market specifically and also others in the food industry can impact climate specifically, animal agriculture, all of that. So when we promote our coffee, if we're ever doing espresso drinks, of course it's all plant-based options. Additionally, we roast on the Bellwether roaster currently, which is the most environmentally friendly at the moment just because it's fully electric. Now, we will have to eventually and hopefully get bigger roasters when we get a bit bigger.
Electric roasters are coming.
Exactly. So we are kind of holding out and doing a lot of research on how we can minimize our carbon footprint the most in every single step of the business. And also, of course, all of our bags are recyclable from Roastar. And yeah,
You're gonna love these. Like, there's so many people going, oh, and our bag, Roastar. We're gonna go look at your bag in a second.
Oh, awesome. But yeah.
You mentioned a partner. I'm assuming you did other things in your life.
Yes.
Coffee is not the easiest job in the world. Why do this?
You know what? Like, why not do it?
Oh, I hadn't thought of it that way. No.
So, my background, I went to school, I'm 25. So still a little bit young. I got out of college a few years ago after committing 5 years to music education.
Right.
And I taught for a year, and I loved the education aspect and bringing people into the things that I'm passionate about and curious about. And sort of throughout that, realizing that the classroom wasn't the space that I wanted to teach in, I also fell down the coffee rabbit hole and the illustration rabbit hole as well. So the designs and the bags and everything, I was putting my heart into those as well. And I actually reached out to Mike on a cold call because he also has a cafe. Mike is the other owner. And we partnered to make some stuff for his cafe, and he came at me with a random call. He was like, hey, I have a funny idea. I was like, all right, he'll probably want me to run his social media or something. And he was like, we should start a coffee roaster. And I was like, okay,
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's do it. Done.
So to just tie it back up, you ask why, I ask why not.
I'm going to have to change my entire way of looking at the world. Where can people find you online again, or
Yes.
in real life, if there is a real life?
Well, if you ever see me, I'm probably looking like a spaz somewhere. So just come up and say hi. But we are Paper Frog Coffee on all platforms, and our website again is paperfrog.coffee.
Got it. You have a quiz on your website.
Yes.
What type of coffee style are you?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the choices are nerdy, easygoing, rebellious.
Yeah.
What would I be, just from your pure visual judgment?
100% easygoing.
Oh, well, that's nice of you to say.
Yeah. Just very calm energy. We like to say our easygoing coffees are the ones where you can sit on the porch and just exhale deeply, have the companion cup next to you, sip, and it's just like sort of that meditative experience.
That is perfect. That is exactly me, except there would probably be a river and maybe a whiskey hiding behind the coffee
Just
somewhere.
mix it in the coffee.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
really
you.
Appreciate it. We should
Such
go
a
look
great
at those bags.
Yes, please. Let's do it.
All right. That was perfect.
That was
Amazing.
so much fun.
You were amazing. Still recording. So we're at Paper Frog Coffee, obviously. We just did an interview. Look how cute it looks. I just love all this stuff. Could you maybe teach us about some of these bags, or talk me through how you guys came up with the design? I think you mentioned that you did a lot of illustrations.
Yes, so everything is a team effort that we do, but I was the one with the pencil in my hand making these guys, and I gotta tell you, it was the most fun part of this entire process of getting the company started up. And it's because these characters on the bags aren't just icons to represent the name or the type of coffee, but they all kind of have a story. If you look closer, we really tried hard to make sure they all have not only the character, a location, but also an action that sort of gives you the vibe of the coffee you're gonna have in the bag. So a great example, I said you were easygoing, and our Golden Crane bag is probably our most easygoing coffee in our lineup. It's our flagship medium roast. And we joke about this guy being from the Karate Kid because he's doing some Tai Chi and slow movements. And it's just one of those cups that you just sit back and you're like, oh. So we wanted to make sure that with the sunset and everything else that is illustrated before you even get the cup ready to go and drink. So we loved telling the stories through our packaging more than anything else.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I love the dragon. Oh,
he's kind of our favorite.
Before we go, you can't have favorites.
I didn't say anything. Actually, it changes day to day, to be completely honest.
Who is Pedrero? You have Vote for Pedrero t-shirts.
Have you seen Napoleon Dynamite?
Of course I've seen it. I'm 44 years old.
I'm 25 and watch it all the time. So why this came to be, and there's a liger on the bag if you are a true fan with the spike tail. But Vote for Pedrero, one of our limited coffees, is actually from the Pedrero region in Honduras. And we got this coffee ready to go. I was literally like making this, what are this called? The logo, the label on the back. And suddenly I was like, Mike, I have an idea and I need you to let me do it. And suddenly like, he's like, all right. So I like rip out my iPad and I'm like, and I just like turn it. We were on Zoom at the time. And it's the liger. And it just said Vote for Pedrero. Because I was like, we can't not. It's too close to Pedro. So we wanted to get shirts that match. Yeah,
Perfect.
I like to have fun.
Whoa, sorry. Excuse me, sir. No one calls me ever. And no one ever calls, but they call when I'm in a thing. Anyway, you were talking about Mike, your other partner.
Yeah, so
That's good coffee. This is the last time that I will be recording in this little booth. I have spent hundreds of hours doing recordings in here. 12 of the 13 seasons that we've completed were done right here in this closet. And well, I say it's a closet all the time. Not everyone believes me, but there's really my clothes back there. And when I want to record, I have to pull a bin out from this seat. The train that you might have just heard is really going by all the time. I just put these acoustic panels up not too long ago, and they've actually really helped. The first season of this show I recorded on my phone, and I did most of it while being tucked in under a down comforter on my bed, even though it was fall and it was like 85 degrees outside and 95 in our apartment. Very bare bones. I mean, this is still pretty bare bones, to be honest. But some things have stayed the same. The people that I'm talking to have been awesome. I mean, they're spending their time with me and with you. And I've always had really good coffee when I'm doing these shows. In the beginning, Chris O'Brien from Coffee Cycle was my first and longest running Coffee Cycle expert. I learned a lot from him, not just on this show, but in the year I spent being a barista at his shop. when I asked him, "Hey, buddy, can you teach me about coffee? I'll pay you." And he said, "Sure, but why don't you just come work one day a week?" And I think in his head knew that that would be, one day turned into 3, turned into 5 some weeks. Um, and that hasn't changed. He's still, a go-to for me, and I'm still actually drinking his coffee. This is a blend that he and I are actually working on together as collaborators, which is really cool. Stay tuned for that. Roastar is helping us out with some really cool custom gusseted coffee bags. I'm continuing to talk right now. You're probably seeing this about episode 5 of season 14, because I'm just kind of letting this emotion bleed in, and sometimes it takes a minute. I've been in this neighborhood for a long time. It hasn't always been easy, as much as I love California, and we're moving. By the time you see this, we may have already moved at the end of the month, the end of May. And as excited as I am about a new adventure, and to explore new places and maybe swap the ocean for some big trees and rivers, a lot of the last 5 years of my life have been spent in this little closet and connecting with people from the coffee industry who were generous enough to spend their time with me. They gave me a connection at a time when nobody was really getting connections. And I thought I didn't need them, but it turned out that I did. And actually enabled me to stay disconnected in real life a little bit longer than maybe some of you. And it made it harder for me to understand those of you that were going back out into the world during the heart of COVID too. So just a lot of that. And thank you for watching the show, the video version now, for listening to it before. Thank you to our sponsors, not just Roastar, but of course Roastar, but SCA, who's been around since the beginning, Coffee Cycle, Zoombar Coffee and Tea, Steady State, Maria Coffee, Camp Coffee Company, Ascend Coffee Roasters. I should have wrote this down. Civets, San Franciscan, the indies that were reaching out, Cozy K9. I know I'm missing somebody. If I do, I'm really sorry. I will find a way to thank you. I promise. When I said, "Hey, can I have like $5, $10, $15 to help me buy a microphone?" You all said yes, and we were off to the races. It's this microphone, actually. It's still the same one. I've just never replaced it. And to everyone who's listening, I think in the beginning there was like 4 or 5 of you, and now there's quite a few more. Your niche audience that cares about coffee and entrepreneurship and people's journeys. And if I've learned anything from going to events like the Coffee Expo or Coffee Fests, it's that you care about each other in real life too. And you've cared about me, and I can't thank you enough. So cheers to all of you. The next time that we chat, I will not be in this closet. I will be somewhere on the road, probably. Looking forward to rebuilding the vibe that I've grown to love here. That would have been a good moment for a train whistle, wouldn't it? Maybe I'll splice one in.